Okie dokie. So today we are back on the poster tip, but today is a modern poster, not a vintage one, but I still wanted to show it off just because it is so goddamn beautiful. As always, this is game, and if you don't know already, I am trying to post a video a day for the next year, showing off pieces of my collection all the way from the 60s right up through to today. And that's pieces such as toys, annuals, VHS, movie posters, and all sorts of stuff in between, just to try and bring you guys the nostalgic vibes. And yeah, love to hear from you guys. So if it's something that you want to get behind, please like and subscribe, and stick me some comments in the comment section, because I love to hear from every single one of you, and I will do my absolute best to reply back to you guys. It makes my day when I get to read comments and things in the evening, or when I've got a moment of time to just hear about your guys' stories, or you know, your memories on this sort of stuff. It really does mean a lot. So obviously this is the re-release. This is the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. I absolutely love Back to the Future. I mean, what child who was born, I mean, I was born at the end of the 70s, but what child who was a child of the 80s didn't love Back to the Future and hasn't grown up loving Back to the Future? I mean, it's just such an iconic film, and all three films were just amazing. I absolutely adore them. Cannot count how many times I've watched them, cannot count how many times I watched them when I was a kid. It was just an incredible number. But I got really fortunate with this. So a really good friend of mine is a manager of a cinema, and that helps. And I went in there and he said to me, "Oh, have you seen this?" He said, "This they're bringing this film back out for the 40th anniversary." And he showed me the poster, and I immediately fell in love with it. And what an absolute legend he is. He saved one of them for me and let me have it. So I got really lucky on that. But the great thing about this poster is that they've really done it justice, because they've gone back to the original sort of illustrated posters. Now, there's not a huge amount of modern posters where they actually do illustrate still the artwork. Like a lot of the sort of earlier posters were like Drew Struzan and other artists like that. That they just don't do now. A lot of it now is photoshopped and things like that, whereas this actually just looks so gorgeous. And I just really liked it. I think Star Wars, they still tend to do some illustrated posters on the Star Wars side, and there obviously are some films where they do go back to having the illustrated poster, but not many. And for me, that really is, you know, the whole part of the film, and the experience isn't just the movie itself. It's also about the artwork and the feeling that you kind of get. And, you know, in a lot of films, actually, when you look at the artwork that was on the boxes and things, they maybe weren't even in the film. You know, there may have been things that were on the artwork that actually weren't even depicted in the movie, but they were enough to make you go pick that up off a shelf and take it home and watch it. And I think that is a whole part of that experience. And, you know, I'm someone who really, I'm not a good artist myself, but I really appreciate art and the art form. And I just think these are beautiful pieces to have. So really pleased to have that one. Like I say, it is a modern piece, but I do love it. What do you guys think? Do you like this poster? I'm not lucky enough to have an original Back to the Future 1 poster, but I do have an original Back to the Future 3 poster. But I am missing 1 and 2, but they are obscene money these days to try and get those. So for now, this one stays in my collection, and I'm really grateful to have it. But tell me, what do you guys think? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Not a fan of it? You know, just want to hear it. Yeah, come and tell me what you think. I personally think it's a beautiful piece. But that is it for today. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow for the next one. Follow and subscribe.